At least na 10% ako sa alpha. Diba ang alpha 25%, 2010, 21. Kung 1, 0.05, kung 10, 0.1. Kung 5%, kung 1%, 0.01. So kung asa siya less than na siya sa 0.1 lang, so 10% na siya significant. Kaya may significant at 1%, significant po niya siya, kahit ka lang siya 1%. The rest are not. Okay, so wala siyang result sa data, sabihin mo. R squared is 0.37. Now, is this model valid or reliable? Kung valid or reliable, meaning wala siyang problem in terms of the assumptions. Meaning wala siya nag-violate ng assumptions. So, hindi na siya i-test. So, ang ang focus ng karoon na topic is multicollinearity. So, tanawan na ako kung wala by multicollinearity na exist among regressors. Kaya kung naaman and hindi siya tolerable, then it will have a problem in your estimates. Hindi mo siya unreliable. So, sa ang first or quick na test sa multicollinearity by cross-correlation. Pwede, di ba? So, sa ang sa cross-correlation, PW4, then regressors na na. Anong regressors? Regressors are income, age, and number of children. Then, comma, C for the p-value to appear in the result. Kung wala yung C, wala yung p-value, wala tayo guide kung significant ba or not. Enter. Zero. Mali ang spelling. Naluha ka R, dapat enter. Okay. Okay. Tanaan na ito ang income versus age. 0.1960. The p-value is 0.05. 0.19 is small. Diba, ang strong na correlation is almost 1 or near to 1. 0.9, 0.99, 0.19 is very small. And the p-value is 0.05, not significant at 5%. 5% kung kami doon ha. Ang NP versus income, 0.19, mas small gihapon pero significant. Ang age versus K, 0.01, very small, relatively very small. Then 0.9, not significant. So kung tanawan nyo, actually wala. Imuha na siya kuan na ay correlation between NK and income, pero hindi nga nakalato. So kung naman siya multicollinearity nga mahatag na problem sa model, hindi kayo nga naka-problematic. So, pwede na siya tolerable na siya. Kaya natural naman ang correlation across regression, across regressors, or among regressors. Ang ato lang ang i-check if tolerable ba or not. Okay, based on the test. Based on potential siya na na-api, significant man, pero hindi na mag-stop lahat. Okay? Tanawan ako, balik ato sa Klein's rule of thumb. Sa Klein's rule of thumb is, pag-ipot ang auxiliary regressions para sa kada isa ka regressor kung may itong dependent regressor. So we have 3 regressors, income, age, NK, bilang auxiliary regressions. Tulong mo rin sa ako slides. So una, ang first auxiliary is, una, mo na to Y is income, X age, and NK. Then, yan ang tanaw ng result ha. YC, age, tapos independence income, NK. Then last one,
NK, tapos age.
Okay, si NK, tapos income, age, enter. Okay, tanaw na to ha. Katong original na R squared na naa-C, total expenditure. Ang iyang R squared is 0.3938. Okay, so muna ito ang threshold. Kung nakagaling isa ka auxiliary R squared na greater than that, then we will have a problem of multicollinearity based on the Klein's rule of thumb na test. Okay, una ta ka, income age NK, pila yung R squared, 0.77, less than. So, hindi siya problematic. How about the age? 0.0391 pa rin ito. Ay, 0.07, 0.03, then 0.04.
04.
Wala. Wala yung meter. So, tama ito ang udang. Kaya mo nangyari dito, hindi siya na nakaproblema. So, nililingan na kalakwa. Kaya ang effect dito sa power estimate sa variance. Okay. Now, after clients yung rule of thumb, sa next na test. Okay. Kaya natandihan no? So, sa client's rule of thumb, wala igawas nga greater than sa original the R squared of the original model. So, dito sa VIF. So, ang VIF is dependent on the result of the client's rule of thumb. Okay? Gamitin mo natin itong mga auxiliary R squared. And then we will use this formula to get the VIF of its auxiliary regressions. So na VIF na ang Y is income, and VIF na ang Y is age, then VIF also for the number of children taking the dependent variable in the auxiliary regression. And we will follow this formula 1 over 1 minus ox as R squared sub J. Okay. So try na solve for income. Ilang ang VIF. So 1 minus ilang income. Ito ang Y and income. 1 minus
0.
1 minus 1 over die. 1 minus 0. 0.077. Okay, ilan eh? Kung age 1 over 1 minus what is the meaning of 1? So in age 0.0403. Ilan?
1.0406.
06, sir. 0506.
0.406. So, muli mo VIL in terms of income. VIF, J, so muli mo mga J. So, J income, H, K. Okay? So, ang VIF niya, ay nandito. VIF, basta tayo toll doon. Ang toll is inverse, ano di ba? Inverse, 1 divided. Ang toll or tolerance is the inverse of the VIF. So, 1 divided in that. Okay. Okay. So, i-hack mo, lagi na. Okay, pwede ko lang yung i-compute sa theta. So how? Ang unahon ninyo is, dapat before ka mag-command sa VIF, ang imong VIF na command is right after sa original na model. So, i-run na itong balik ang original na model, kaya ang last na itong i-run nilitay, terms of Cayman. So yun na ito balik itong original, na naay total expenditure, our Y. Then after, butang na ito, BIF ang kuman. So na siya ihatag ng BIF for income, age, pareho na ba? 1.08, 1.04, 1.04. Ang 1 over BIF, that is the toll. 0.923, 0.96, and 0.96. 96. Tama? So, nga niya ang shortcuts. Okay, now how to interpret that one? So, kung sa akong kaingon kung na problem of multilinearity if the BIF is greater than 10. Kung less than 10, tolerable na. Hindi siya mag-cause of problem in the model. So, our threshold is 10 for BIF, less than dapat sa BIF. Kung toll, dapat, ano ito na toll? Dapat greater than sa diba baliktad sila? Dapat sa BIF less than 10 para wala yung multilinearity. Greater than 10 na ay multilinearity. Pag inverse ang 1 over 10 is 10%, diba? So 10% below is multilinearity, 10% above is good.
Less than 10.
Pwede ba sinamalilang ka? Okay. Sige. So less than 10 is not good. Not good. Tama. Ay, mas damo 0.2, 0.10. 0.3, 0.2, 0.1. 0.2. Mas damo 0.2. So mas okay, mas damo sa 10%. Okay, 10 na BIF above is not good. Multilinear na siya. So meaning, 0.10 below is not good. So multilinear. Dapat baliktad nila threshold. Ay, tingnan din yung dapat. Values less than 10% are suggested to be indicative of multilinearity problem. Okay na umiikot sa BIF, dapat less than 10 para walay multilinearity. Greater than 10 na ay problem of multilinearity. Baliktad siya sa toll. Ang 10%, kung less than sa 10%, na ay problem of multilinearity. Pero kung greater than siya sa 10%, wala siya problem of multilinearity. Okay? Klaro? So baliktad na sila kay inverse ba yung operation? Question. So ano lang ang inyong diagnostics pa dali? Manual, dali lang, sabihin ako ng computer. So tanaw lang mo ang So now, what if kung na-ICDP lang, ang tanong mo na may mga multilinearity. Rare na kung na may multilinear, nakatry mo, regress na ang state kay mag-delete sa kapariyo. Kaya multilinear na siya. Nakatry mo? Kung na-multilinearity mo ba automatic na remedial measure na gamitin sa data is remove the highly correlated, one of the highly correlated regressor. Siya na automatic, kung dili mo niya i-remove, dili siya proceed sa estimates. So para na siya makatag ng result, yan tanggal sa isa. Nga mo'y naka-cost sa multilinearity. And that is actually the best, the best. Boy, pinaka-gas-gas na ginagamit sa practical research. Magtanggal ng variable. Although, when you remove variable, na siya consequence po na kayo ma-commit na bias. Itong condition of relevant variable bias. Siyempre kayo, di ba sa economics, nabay at yung mga theory na mag-support or mag-dictate, kaya dapat kaning variable na aaning model. Ito ay demand function sa, demand function, dapat tayo ang price ay income. So if it happen, yung income is highly correlated sa price, dapat natin may katalong isa. Or else, hindi mag-work ng model. Pero that is against the economic concept. Kaya dapat present silang iba. So, naiyanan nga, possible conflicting ang economic theory and statistical theory. So, sa iba ka na, kamo na ang bahala, the researcher. Bahay ng theory. So, as much as possible, dapat inyo hakin, wala mo i-sacrifice, okay, compromise. Dapat nasunod ang luha ka theory. So, what is the best thing to do? If you can increase your sample, or you can transform your data. So, dapat ulit ng galon. Kasi mawala ka ang multicollinearity if you transform or if you add more data in your sample size. Last resort na lang mag-drop of variable. Okay, nandiyan na siya yung consequence. Okay, so summary of effects of multicollinearity. So, perfect multicollinearity. Wala man tayo problem nung sila mag-try ka later in examination measure. If x1 and x2 are perfectly correlated, r squared 1, 2 equals to 1, then ang imuhang estimate b sub k becomes infinite since the denominator of b sub k becomes 0. Summary lang din siya ha. Kung perfect ang correlation, no, itong wala tayong makuha na inverse, tungod kay in the operation, along in the operation or computation, na yung denominator na may 0. So if that is the case, na i-determinate ang solving. So muna wala kayo makakuha na inverse. Wala po kay estimates na big A. Now, the examining relationship among regressor is a serious failure of the assumption of the model, not of the data. Tingnan naman. So, dili siya mali sa data. Possible lang nga yung data is not fit for the model. Itimanin nga, ito ang model, nakafocus lang sa linear na assumption. So, there are other models possible na makapit sa data. For example, non-linear data. So, pag non-linear, possible na mawala po problem. Okay? Ang multicollinearity, dito lang siya sa linear na model. Possible. So, dili always. So, may pasabot. Imperfect multicollinearity. If x1 and x2 are imperfectly correlated, which is the common case, the estimated bi, ay makalimutan ka ng bk, bi, pareho na siya. Referring to the estimates, itong parameter estimates. Dahil lang na siya denominate kasi na substitute gamit. Okay, bk o bi, same na siya. Estimated bi are blue. When we say blue, what is the ng blue? Best, linear, unbiased estimator. Best, when we say best, meaning it has the smallest variance. Linear, meaning linear yung parameter ng model. Unbiased, unbiased. Ngayon ka unbiased ang isang estimate if the expected value of the estimate is the parameter. Diba? Pero ang unbiased condition is E of beta hat should be equals to beta. Or E of BO equals to beta naught. Kani estimate kani parameter. Kani siya is characteristic sa population, kani characteristic sa sample. Alam mo tayo manihor, we cannot study the population itself because nga naman yun. Hindi na ito mastudihan ang population kasi syempre lisod man mag-survey ang tipo of population ng studihan. Ano may sample? And then yung mga sample, kung ano mo siya estimate, then it will infer ka sa population. So, ang concept ng biasness if ang expected value, so when we say expected value, diba average ito sa kursanan. So, meaning the average of the estimates when you have different sets of sample dapat equal to the true population na parameter. So, kung hindi mo makuha ang true parameter sa average sa tanang estimate of different set of samples, then unbiased ang estimate. So, kung basta po. And estimator. So, wala ang blue ha, naman na siya. But there can be severe statistical problems. Okay, kung na siya imperfect multicollinearity, hindi siya perfect, pero ang iyang multicollinearity is problematic, meaning greater than siya sa 10 DIF or less than sa 10% actual. it will cause some problems. And what are these? Una, small changes in data produce unstable estimates. So meaning, non-stable or unstable siya. Sometimes, ang imong estimates has a plausible magnitude. Hindi say plausible, katong imposible na magnitude. For example, hindi na ma-follow ang ano ba, normal good siya. So, dapat ang normal good. Or if you're good, ay, saan ba na siya? Elasticity na siya dito. Sa income na. Once ganitong category, elasticity is greater than 1, less than 1. Elasticity is greater than 1. Ha? Less than 1.
Less than elasticity.
Elasticity in terms of income na lang. Kung income elasticity is greater than 1, sa category sa ito. Normal good. Kung income elasticity is negative, positive negative lang. So, hindi pa matter sa magnitude. Either positive or negative lang. Kung negative, meaning ako yung income, magamay yung mga consumption na inferior or isang bulan. Bulan? Wala ba ito bulan? Pero gamay na. Tama kay normal group ka ng bulan. Anyway, so ano lang, possible nga hindi mag-follow sa anang concept na ipomang coefficients if na problem of multiplication. So instead nga, for example, normal good siya expected, mayroon siya inferior good because instead nga positive, negative ang mga coefficients. Okay, so implausible ang magnitude. High R squared but few significant estimates due to large standard error. Okay, so moment yun na yung consequence no? Basta negative linearity, usually walay significant na coefficient because dagko ang standard error. And then yung R squared yung dagko. Na expected dapat gamay kasi mag-uban ka na, kung gamay ang R squared, gamay explaining power ng model, walay significant dapat na coefficients. Okay, kung baliktad then there is something wrong in the model, such as multiple linearity. The last one, sign switching of the estimates. Ay, dito mo calculate yung example. Instead ng positive, may mo siya negative. Instead ng normal good, may mo siya inferior good. Yeah, dapat normal good siya. So, anong mali ang coefficient? Tungkol kay natural problem. Natural sign switching of the coefficient. Okay? Summary na siya ha, ang bigon. Okay, what to do with multiple linearity problem? So, sa kung buhaton, if confirm when I problem of multiple linearity, na-discuss na ito ako? Wala pa. So, a certain degree of correlation between the independent variables, which is multiple linearity ng scenario, is normal and expected in most cases, especially among economic variables. Ano naman? Because mostly economic variables have common dependence on time. So kung nasa common dependence on time, possible na pare-pareho silang trend. Like increasing pa or decreasing. Kung pareho silang trend, possible na sila strong correlation. Unless, kung mag-apply ka mga standardization, example na deflate mo, isa ka nominal data, yung real data, or transforming mo by transforming the data in terms of per capita, or per area, na makatabang na siya na transformation to correct some problems. Multiple linearity is considered severe and becomes a problem when this correlation is high and interferes with the estimation of the model's parameter at the desired level of statistical certainty. Remember that there is usually certain degree of multiple linearity in any model, and one should not worry about it as long as the statistical inferences are not disappointing. Or, sabot niya is, tolerable pa siya. Meaning, wala pa na-fail ato mga tests. Meaning, exist siya, pero okay lang. Tolerable lang siya. Hindi siya maka-cause of severe problem in our model. Okay. Dalita. Kaya isa-isa na siya, no? Actually, we have we have 11 remedial measures. Pero hindi kita ng doable na pina-approach. Okay? Dahil pa, hindi ko siya, pero wala siya, pag-apply pa lang na sa remedial measure, siya another study ng board. Pero kasi pag-thesis na siya, i-gamitin niya. Okay, number 1. Dalitas number 1. Okay, kani number 1 until number 4, magdepende din siya sa, nakakuha siya base dito sa formula sa variance. Diba, sa multicollinearity, ang problem is bloated or enlarged estimates sa variance, ang variance of the estimates. The formula of the variance of the estimate, say example, beta 2 half, okay, or variance of B2, yan yung formula. Okay, nung mo, that is the MSE sa taas divided by the comparability sa X matrix mo. Okay, that's the MSE over the variability of X times 1 over 1 minus R squared, where R squared there is, dividing R squared sa model ha, R squared is the square of the correlation between two variables. In this case, between 2 and 3 na siya R value, is square na siya mo ng R squared. Equals to, that is MSE over small n times MSE. MSE is the one that measures the variability of X2 times the VIN. Okay. Now, based on the formula, para magamay si variance itong buhaton, dapat pagamitin na ito ang nasa numerator or padakon ang nasa denominator para ma-gamay or ma-address ang bloated na variance. Okay, number 1, reduce mo ang numerator, which is the FSE. Okay, we can reduce the FSE, the mean square error, meaning the error kung nasa model, by including further relevant variables in the model. Okay? So, one way na siya, pwede ka mag-add more independent variable in the model. In that way, you can increase or you can reduce the value of MSE. Ano maka-reduce na siya? Siyempre, ang tendency mo, if you add more independent variable, di ba, automatic to increase ang R squared, meaning, to increase ang explaining power sa model, meaning, ma-increase ang katong behavior sa Y na ma-capture sa model. So therefore, kung gamay itong behavior or variance sa Y na hindi ma-capture sa model, and that is the MSE. The error that cannot be captured by the model. That's one way, increase or add more relevant variables. Dapat relevant kung hindi kayo mataka mo add more relationship. Caution, if the new variables are linearly related to one or more of the variables already in the equation, then their inclusion will make the problem of multicollinearity worse. So dapat i-check kung yung mga imong i-add is hindi po siya multicollinear with the other existing na independent variable of the model. Or else, isa mo yung problema sa multicollinearity. So meaning, hindi po siya yung nakadali. Number 2, ano siya pinakadali? Kaso, gasto lang. Kaya magkita mga more data, increase the number of observation. Ang n mag is nasa numerator. So, i-increase na mo, decrease ang variance. So, ma-okay ang problem. Ma-address niya ang pag-group sa variance. So, increase the number of observation, hindi collect more data. Kung ang imuhang data collection is based on a survey, then you increase ang imuhang budget for the survey. Ano naman? And then, kung time series ang imong data, and then secondary lang siya, pwede nga imong annual nga data, imong quarterly, kung available ang data sa na may mga data na economic na available siya annually. Yan ang may data quarterly. Kung saan ang mga employment rate, na may quarterly. Tapos siya ay annual. Pero hindi all, for example, GDP, na may quarterly. Or annual ang annual. Labi ng population, wala ni annual ang population. Every 5 years na population. In between anak, kaya ano lang siya, forecasted. Kaya ang census, every 5 years ako binigay mo. And only the census lang ang makameasure sa population. Pero na yung 1 year later, estimated na siya. Kung po may mga data na every 3 years, na literacy rate, life expectancy, every 3 years na siya. Hindi na siya annual available. Kaya ang survey ng conduct para sa IAHA, ginahin mo rin siya, hindi annually. That's to verify. Ang pinaka-ano na data, kanang isang seconds na stock market. Kasi wala, are you getting section? O, dagang data, may 15. Kaya ganang stock market, dagang data. Every seconds na yung gross na data. RE, dagang mo, environment mo, di ba? Yes, sir. Dagang ito sa environment. Kaso ang technology lang ang mag-measure. Kanang carbon dioxide, pag-asa yung mga pag-asa. Paritong din kita sa pag-asa. Uy! Warning. Sa'yo pinatara for the afternoon session. Ay, sa